Welcome back to Foundation. Thanks for tuning in. I do hope you're doing alright. Let's crack on with our little village, shall we? Now, I left you in the last episode and we were waiting for our wooden keep to be built. Unfortunately, it's still going. It takes a while. It's a bit of an issue with the game sometimes, actually. The whole building aspect, which is obviously the main part of the game, is a lot of this stuff you can only you get one builder at a time come in, and I'd quite like them to implement something where multiple builders can be working at the same time. Now I understand obviously you've got to build the structure before you can put the banners and things on. I get that, so that makes sense. But when you're talking about building this main part or the roof, why can't 2 or 3 builders go at the same time? Because what you find is you get your builder coming from miles away. For example, where have I got? Okay, so I've got builders over here. So it seems like what happens is it selects a builder, say from here. That builder then has to walk all the way over here. And then do some work, but they're limited to how long they can work there for. And sometimes, I don't know if I'm right, but sometimes it seems like their travelling time is included in their work time, and so the further they have to travel, the less time building they actually have once they reach the destination. And so this guy here, you can see he's building the top. And basically, it seems like they have sort of a designated amount of the bar that they can fill up. Actually, he did alright actually, he did okay there. But then he's gone. Now, I don't know if he went because he finished the part he was building, but could he not have then moved on to do some more building on one of these? And now that you're just building banners, why can't both of them get built at the same time? It just doesn't seem to happen, and so it slows down the building process quite significantly. And I definitely think they need to make improvements to that. I like the idea of building teams. So you'll get a whole squadron of builders all coming at the same time and working on one project, because that's what happens in real life. You wouldn't get one person at a time working on a building like this. You would have a whole team of people, and it can be really, really slow. And it is, yeah, it's frustrating. Let me just check this person. She can't build a house. Where does she live? Yes. Right, so I'll sort that out in a second. I have done a little bit of building since the last episode. So I wanted some more wood production. So over here I've put in a lumber camp, foresters, and another sawmill. I didn't need any more storage because I've already got 2 warehouses here to store all the bits and pieces. But so that's going now. And I've also, what have I done? Right, so up here I've done a bit of decorating around our new church. I wanted this one to be walled in. I think that looks pretty nice. A few fancy trees in there. I've also built this bridge. What I've done here, actually, I've covered this with the forbidden land just here, because I didn't like this path coming up the side of the hill here. That looks a bit too steep to have a path on for me. I didn't like the look of it, and I really liked the idea of everyone walking up and down this little valley here. So that's what I've made them do. And I've built a bridge over the top. As you can see, people will be using that to get from the housing here to whatever they're doing over here. And what I might actually do is make this community here, this little group of housing, actually walled in. So I may put a wall along this edge here. I think that would look really nice, because you wouldn't want people falling off the side of this cliff. So there would be some sort of fencing along there. So I might do that in a minute. So let me just explain what else I've been up to. Running a bit low on stone, or not low on stone, but you can never have too much. So I wanted to get a stone mine going. So that's being built over here. Yeah, that's cool. So that will give me some more stone pretty soon. And my plan, like I said in the last episode, is to get some bread making going over here. So that's what I'm going to be working on in a minute. First, let me just help these people with their housing problem, because at the moment they can't build any more houses over here. Okay, I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and allow them to put a bit of housing over here. It's not the end of the world. It's fine. Yeah, I don't mind that. They can have some housing over here. What that might mean is that I definitely will need a well over here, but I'll probably put a market over here somewhere as well. If I clear a bit of space in here, maybe if I get a well there, and then if I just nip in with this. Ah, my wooden keep is complete. That's good. Alright, let me just nip in here, clear some trees out. Enough that I can clear on the front there. Nice. And delete. Okay, so we're already getting some houses being built there. That's good. Let me just check the zoning. Okay. Let me just shrink that just a little bit there, just to create a bit of a gap. And let's just make sure that doesn't go right to the edge either, so we get a little line of trees around the edge that don't disappear. Right, and then what I will do is just quickly put a market in here in preparation for, oh no, that's the wrong one, for when all the people are living over here. I always forget what it is. It's medieval stone walls. It's the one. Now, one problem I discovered, which I knew from before, obviously, but I just forgotten, is that you need swords to have soldiers, and you can't buy swords until you produce bread. Well, certainly with the mods that I'm using, because I have a trade mod that adds quite a few different trading partners onto this list. And none of them are selling me swords yet. And I think, yeah, this one here sells swords, but I need bread. So I need to get the bread up and running before I can actually get my soldiers. But that's fine. At least my soldiers have got a place to live in already set up. So that's fine. I don't mind being a bit ahead of the game there. Oh yes, and one thing you may have noticed when I was building the markets up on the hill before is that I put in 3 food markets and I forgot about a goods one. And so I have deleted one of the food ones and put goods in. I won't make the same mistake here. Get our goods one in there. There we go, lovely jubbly. How's the granary looking? It's getting full up. Right, my well is complete. I'll wait until the markets are done and then I'll do a bit of decorating around them. What have we got going on? Ah, building complete, stone deposit, great. Yeah, plenty of spare people, so let's get a bit of mining going. Nice. And some recent changes to the game mean that they actually store some of the stone on site now. I'm not sure how much the capacity is, but I'll keep an eye on it, and if I have to I will put a warehouse up here to store it as well. And what else do we have? Quartz, marble and iron. Okay, well that's helpful. Certainly iron is very helpful for making tools and weapons. I'm not so sure what quartz is for. Can't quite remember that one. I think that's some of these smelters, isn't it? Jewellery maybe? Probably glass as well actually, I think. I can't remember. I know marble is pretty much useless. That just it makes some of the big masterpiece things, but I don't build them anyway. So it's another bit of the game that they need to work out. There needs to be more uses for all the things that you can mine, particularly marble. I think it'd be great if you could sort of improve the quality of people's houses by letting them buy marble furniture or something like that to put in their houses. or statues, you know, something like that would be handy. And obviously being able to trade more, because even with these expansions of all the trade mods that I've got, you still can't sell marble. So what's the point of marble? It doesn't do anything in the game other than some of the masterpieces, and as far as I can see, the masterpieces are pretty much useless. I don't even think they look very good. So yeah, there's a lot of rethinking I think needs to go on around some of the materials. Okay, these markets are getting built quickly, that's nice. So let's get some t-shirts in there. Austilia can go and work in there. Let's get some berries and Beringeria. Hang on. Beringeria. No, I can't pronounce that one. Anyway, that person can go and work in there. And let's get some fish going in here. And Loothold. Great name. Can go and work in there. And just before I go and have a look at my getting my grain going, I'll just put a few flowers around here to get this desirability put up. Nice and simple, a couple of them. I do love that you can do that because it looks good and it has a good effect. So yeah, it's a great little added on piece there. Market done, great. Okay. Let me just double check. I think everywhere is full up. Yes, it is good. Okie doke. Right, so grain. I like the idea of some grain up on this hill here. Now I'm going to need quite a lot over here because I need some infrastructure. So I'm going to need residential space. I'm going to need a market. I'm going to need a well. I'm going to need storage. So quite a lot to put over here. I think I'll start with the last thing, if that makes sense. So, where are we? So you've got wheat farms. Now again, I have got a mod that gives me increased yield on some of these things. So you get more bread from your wheat, because the bread production was pretty low before. And I think I actually get more wheat as well, more grain from each farm. But I want this to look quite nice and full up. Quite like the idea of the grain sort of around here and then up here. So I might put 2 wheat farms up on the hill there. And then windmills on this slope, I think. Could look pretty good. Actually, no, the other side of the pathway. Yeah, let's get one of them right next to the berries there, and then another one there, and then a couple of bakeries as well. I think I can probably get away with sort of one of each of these things, but I want to make quite a nice little production area over here. So I think I'll have a couple of bakeries down the slope there. That will look good. I'll probably remove some of these trees once things are built. I'm going to need a granary, so I will get a granary. I suppose it makes sense to have a granary behind it over here. I don't think the distance is going to be too big an issue, so let's get that going in there. Residential space, because people are going to want to live over here. That's going to come up on this hill here, I think. I think that looks good. Yeah, let's go with that for now. I will quickly get a well in down the bottom here. Let's get a well. There's a well. I'll look right in the gap there. I think it's going to look nice with a sort of fork in the road. And I will get a market set up probably down here. But let's just let that lot go for now, because that's going to take a little while. Let's get you looking for some more minerals. What have you found? Stone. Where are you digging at the moment? Oh, you're right up on the hill there. Okay. Fine. So now I do have my wooden keep, but there's no point in making soldiers yet, because, well, I can make 5 actually. So let's do 5, because I've got 5 swords. Or I need to make my... Oh no, hang on. Oh, I totally forgot to put in one of these, because then people can actually come and live there. That has a capacity of 5. Yeah, let's go with that for now. So I'll get that built as a priority, I think. Oh, it says people are living on it already. That's clever, even though it hasn't been built. Fine. Well, that's great. So I've got my people. Let's just give them all swords. And they can train. Although actually I think you also need to put in some training dummies. Otherwise they can't train. So let's get that going as well. Let's get a few training dummies out here. Let's make them a little line of training dummies. And then let's turn it around and get 3 more facing the other way over here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So that, yes, that's all prioritised. Great, so that should be getting built fairly quickly, I hope. The monk is requesting an audience. Well, good for the monk. Go away, don't care. Promotion, yeah, everyone can be a serf, everyone can be a commoner. Don't need any citizens yet. Certainly don't want to be sending my military on any missions yet, because I've literally just put a sword in their hand. I think they're going to need a little while to train, aren't they? Right, so this is all coming along over here. Let me just have a look at this wall idea that I had around this community here. I think we've got in here, we've got some wooden wall. What does that look? Oh yes, that's the stuff, isn't it? Nice. Right, so I've got to keep these people safe. So let's get this wall all the way around the outside here. Oh yes, I think that works pretty nicely. And then I think they're probably safe after that. And then maybe along this edge here as well, I think. Quite like. Let's get it to there and then right the way along there. And I should probably do the same over on this side because this looks really dodgy here. I think people would be falling off of that cliff pretty much all the time. And then I can also put it going, I think, down here and up here. I'll also get it in place because eventually I will probably build on these mines over here as well. Yeah, look at that, that looks nice, doesn't it? And then you've got your bridge going over so people can get from one side to the other. Now I just noticed something. This seems to be a bug in the game. I noticed this before where the crosses float. And I mean, crosses may be religious, but they certainly don't float. So let's delete that and build it again. And hopefully that will be a bit better. Nice. How are we coming along over here? Slowly, but we're getting there. Ah, tool. Oh no, tools. We've got plenty of tools. I've got plenty of everything now. I've got some wood. So this, my wood manufacturing over here is coming along. I decorated this a little bit. I just put a few logs down around the logging camp there. Didn't worry about decorating the sawmill because it's right in the middle of the trees here. So you really can't see it anyway, and I don't plan on clearing these trees. So I didn't see a lot of point in that. Have we got some building going on here? Yes, we have. Good. Do you know what? I might decorate the bridge a little bit. I think that's looking a bit bare. I reckon if I put some rocks around the end here, I think that could look really nice. Doesn't take a lot just to make these bits look a bit more realistic. Just a few little log piles or rocks and things scattered around, a few ferns. That's kind of my attitude in real life as well. If you've got a gap in your garden somewhere, just stick a fern in it, it looks great. And it works in the game as well. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks much better, doesn't it? go and do that at the other end as well. And then I might just place a few small flowers down just to give it a little bit of colour as well. Oh no, bit big that rock. Let's have a look. That's fine. That goes there. Let's get a couple of these around here. Quite fancy one of these upright ones here. Don't know why. Just get that in there. One of them in there. A bit of this. A couple of ferns. Nice. Yeah, I like that. I do think it needs just that little splash of colour, which I can easily give it with a few small flowers. What have we got? Maybe something, maybe a bit of red, I think, around this end. Doesn't need too many, just a few scattered around there. And then similar at this end, but I might just go for a slightly different colour, I think. No, that was the wrong thing. I think I might go with some orange at this end. I think that will look nice. There we go, very nice. Yeah, I like that. Church is complete. Is my cross floating? No, it's not. There we go. Got our cross back on the roof again. That's good. My well has been built. I'll do all the decorating over here once everything is built, so I can see exactly what I've got where. It's just taking it a bit of time to get built over there. I did prioritise the wooden keep, didn't I? So I imagine everyone's focusing on this at the moment. Again though, I do find that a bit of a pain. It seems like if you prioritise a building, even if you've got spare builders, they don't get used to build these other buildings until that's finished, which is, yeah, I get it because I prioritise the building, but it doesn't really make sense to have builders just sitting around doing nothing. Not when you can only have so many builders working on that one at a time. Kind of annoying. But there we go. These are all little things that I think they'll iron out as the game progresses. Now what have we got here? We've got people walking along here, and that does not look good at all. So I'm just going to put a bit of forbidden land in here because I do not want these people walking on there. They can come down the grassy bit if they want. I just don't want them walking down a cliff because it looks ridiculous. So let's get that in there. If they want to, they can come along. Actually, if I need to put that right. Let me just delete that bit and start that one again. That needs to go right along the top there, doesn't it? And then they can come in. Yeah, that's better. Cool, that'll sort that out. Right, that's going to be it for today. So we're making a bit of progress. So I've got my soldiers living over here now, although actually I don't think they're necessarily living here yet, but they will be soon. And we've done a nice bit of decorating. I like all of the wooden walls up here. I think that looks really good. Might put a few little trees in actually dotted in here just to spice it up a bit. And we've got our grain going eventually over here. We'll be going soon. So I may let this play on a little bit before the next episode, just so that gets up and running. But that's going to do me for now. I hope you had fun. I certainly have. Thank you very much for watching. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.